It is 8:27 a.m. on August the 6th, 2019. And it's time for the bond breakdown. Of course, I'm Jay the Trader. Good morning to everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and checks it out. Of course, we have some good stuff going on. The overnights were a really, really wide range with an overnight low of 160.01 and an overnight high of 161.31. So nearly 2 points of overnight action. And to be very honest, in the overnights, the sellers have been in control the entire time. We have two gaps on our 60-minute time frame, which let me know that, and they're both seller gaps made by sellers, so it lets me know that the sellers are truly in control. Right now, things are kind of rounding out as we come to the open, and I suspect that, as the day continues, we'll get back up into maybe the 161.08s, 161.05s, moving along, just to continue checking things out. There's a gap that goes from 160.19 all the way up to 160.30. That's an 11-tick gap, and I think that we'll get back into it. What we have to do is probably get back on the other side of the VWAP, and I see the VWAP and the pivot are starting to get into unison right there at 160.25. So whenever that kind of happens, it's a good time to start thinking about maybe changing the perspective from an all-night seller's game to maybe the buyers getting a little bit of get back during at least the first round of trading. I think that the buyers have a good opportunity here to kind of take some of this ground back. And of course, from a long-term standpoint, I mean, the market can continue way up. I was doing some study last night, and I saw that there was action way up at 164.04, 165s. This action kind of goes back to 2016, but it's some unfinished business, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old business that probably needs to be taken care of. So there's some folks that want their get back, and I think now's the time. The bonds today are, in my opinion, a little bit thinner, so they're a little bit more volatile. You see less activity as far as buyers and sellers in the day than you would see during the fall or spring. This is the summertime still, so when you're trading the bonds, I want you to be very careful, be very safe. Watch out. Trade tight and make sure that you're trading the edges. One thing I love to say trade the edges. And when I say that, I mean, if you're buying, try and find the lowest possible point to buy. And if you're selling, try and find the highest possible point to sell. Because in volatile markets, it's very easy for things to get out of control. Because we have such it's summertime and you're seeing smaller numbers of participants in the market, things are moving more rapidly than you might imagine. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame as well, so that we could see if there's any business that needs to be taken care of. What I usually scan for on the 5-minute chart is 5-minute gaps. I also like to scan for price jumps. And ever since back here, let's look back here, I think that is like 2050. So you're talking about like 750 or so, or 850, I think. You have gaps that are way up here, little 5-minute gaps, maybe 4 or 5 ticks at a time, 3 or 4 ticks, just gaps. Then you have a large 60-minute gap there. So I think that there's definitely some upside business that need to be taken care of. The bonds, I think, are overextended to the downside as of 12:25 this morning. If you see right there, I think things are a bit overextended, and then that level defended twice. There's 160.01 level kind of defended twice, once at 12:25, and then again over here, and that's at 350. So because those levels are defended so well, I have a feeling that things could go up. Then we've tested the VWAP twice, up here at this 160.25 level. So I have a good mind to believe that the buyers are going to be taking control off the open. And if we can stay on the buyer side of the open, we might even get a trend day out of today, run the score back up into the 161s, 161.10 area. That's where I'm looking. I feel as though 161.10, 161.60 17 is very much a viable option today. So guys, look, I want you to definitely trade safe. I want you to keep those stops tight. And you know what we say, don't be stupid, don't let the market fool you. Oh man, look at the Gomi indicator. I'm thinking about an up day and you see it's all green. Whew, all green. It could be a doozy of a day in the market. I want you guys to go out there and make a lot of money, but of course do it in a safe fashion. Trade the edges. Don't be stupid. Don't let the market fool you. Maybe I'll come back with the trader today a little bit later. All right, guys. Take care. Peace.